Hello everyone, so I am back with my self talk, and in this video um, I will be talking about a very important thing, and that is going to be actually it is the concept that I've learned recently, and I think it's a very good concept and that each and every person should know about it. I mean, everybody's way of thinking these two concepts is totally different. So here I'll be discussing about success and failure. Actually, I read an article regarding this of a very famous philosopher, and through which I actually got to know about like what is actually success and what is failure. How can we define these two terms? And okay, so let's just talk about failure first, because it is kind of that thing. You know what? When you are gonna ask to somebody that how you see as a fail, how you embrace your failure, do you take it positively or do you take it negatively? So they are gonna answer you in a two different way, because it just depends on how they are perceiving the failure. So there is a student who is taking it in a positive way. Yeah, this is a kind of challenge that actually came in my way, and now it is telling me that there is some kind of need to upgrade in my strategies, or maybe. And you know what, when you came across this failure kind of thing in your life, you actually become too much strong and you actually emerge way more, you actually improve, you actually try to improve yourself. And I would say, when you actually failed at certain things now, just don't take it in a negative way, take it in a positive way, because that's actually gonna be a very great push in your life, and it's gonna make you reach height of success, I would say. And even if in your second attempt you will, I mean, if you keep on failing, then I would say there might be problem within yourself. Failing for two times or three times, it's okay, but failing for four times, I think you need to be considerate over your choices. Maybe what you have opted, it is not for you. So it is something I have seen like so many stories whereby, many people say that they failed for six times, they failed for seven times, but still they didn't give up, and with full determination, grit, and consistency, they were able to make it happen. But you know what? Why you need to fail for six or seven times? When you fail for the first time, just try to look at all your weak points and just try to look at all your strategies. Like, where were you lagging behind? And what was that destructive part in your life or in your path which actually made you to bear this failure? Failure is something that, I mean, yes, if anybody's gonna fail, it's anything. Whether we talk about your academics, whether we talk about your competition exam, certainly we feel numb from inside. We kind of doubt ourselves, we kind of doubt our intelligence, we kind of doubt our preparation. Uh, I mean, am I not intelligent enough to get through this process? So, no, it is not your fault. I would say each and every student is intelligent. It is just their kind of perception that they are, it just depends on how they are perceiving themselves. I've seen so many students, they kind of underestimate themselves as if they are nothing. I mean, they try to, because you know what, I would like to give here instance of one of my friend. I will not disclose her name, and she is actually, I studied with her like till fifth class, and you know what, she was also very intelligent. She was studying by my side, and you know what, she is actually very intelligent, because when I entered in my 10th class, I used to give a couple of questions to her, and she used to give back those, she used to give the answer of those questions. She was very intelligent, but somehow, because of some circumstances, she was not able to score good marks in her 12th class. So these are the circumstances, these are the destructive part that came in the person's life, and which make them uh, which actually left them behind the bar of failure. So it is not something that you need to doubt your preparation or you need to doubt your intelligent level. It is not like that. Each and every person is very intelligent enough. I mean, if you are not having any kind of cognitive disability, then I would say you are the most intelligent person in your life. And I would say, just to be your best friend. Don't try to feed yourself in a negative way, because you know what, if you will, There's so many people, there's so many persons in your life who are actually trying to drag you down each and every time. So you need to think positive, you need to feel yourself positive. I mean, you have failed at something, then you don't need to keep on telling yourself, why did I fail? Was it my fault? Why did I fail? You can ask this question to yourself, but never ever, try to make yourself lower in front of you. Don't try to, you know don't try to push yourself down in front of you, because you need to feed yourself positive that yes, I failed, it's okay, it was a challenge and it will go. I'm gonna upgrade my strategies, I'm just gonna change my path where I was heading. Maybe it was not a certain good path for me, so I need to change my path and I'm gonna switch my path. I'm gonna work really hard from now. What I can do, I can work really hard from now onwards. So that is what you need to realize, this thing in your mind, that it is not you. I mean, you need to keep this thing in mind that yes, I'll be able to do it. Whatever thing's gonna come in my way, I'll be able to do it. I'll be able to come out of it. You need to emerge like a phoenix. Phoenix is a bird that actually rises up from a fire. Fire is something that is actually a challenge, but that bird actually emerged out of it. So you need to emerge like that bird. So that is something that you need to keep in your mind. And the second thing is, if I talk about failure now, many people consider it as like failing in academics, failing in any competitive exams, but it is not like that. You are failing in your life also if you are not following what you really always wanted to do. I mean, for instance, let's take an instance. There is a guy who wanted to become a photographer. You must have seen PK movie, and here in that, in that movie, you must have noticed that how parents, they were pressurizing that student to pursue engineering, even though he was not interested in pursuing engineering. But let's say a guy who was not at all interested in doing engineering, but still he was forced to do that, then you also failed at life. You are actually following that path that you never wanted to do. And you know what, when you will go into that path now, neither you will be able to perform good in your life. I mean you want to be happy, you want to be able to utilize your full potential, because you meant to be a photographer. You could have become a great photographer and could have contributed towards the society by becoming a good photographer, or by becoming any person that you wanted to become. So now you have also faced. So failure is something in which you are not following what you are supposed to do, then you are actually failing. And if I talk about like success, like what is actually success? Success is knowing your gifts. Now what are these gifts? You need to understand this thing. Gifted areas are those things in your life that you get maximum out of it, even if you are not doing it in a very perfect way. For example, there is a person who is good at dancing, there is a person who is good at drawing, and who is good at certain other things. So these things are like gifted areas which actually work. People say that these are my hobbies, but hobbies are, if you are having any kind of hobby that is actually something that you don't find kind of boring whenever you try to follow that up, or when you try to do that, so that is something that can actually become a greatest part of your life if you will put your entire energy towards that. And you know what, there are so many persons who are jack of all trade but master of none, but you remember this point, that they are better than the master of one. There is this statement actually which each and every person just tell, like they just know the half of the statement, just jack of all trade but master of none. There's so many people who are good at like they are good at like various things. They are good at studies, they are good at sports, they are good at so many things, I would say. So they are considered to be as jack of all trade, but they are considered to be as they are master of none. But remember this point, just you need to vast your vicinity. You don't need to be just concentrated in a particular area and just be bored about something. Just do what you love to do, and then you are gonna head towards the success. So success is identifying your gifts, identifying your gifts and working towards them, and contributing to the society. Because when you will follow your gifts, and when you know what are my gifted areas, when you know what kind of potential am I having, then the path that you are going to go, you will be very successful person in that at the time. And you know what, this recognition is very important. Why I came on this earth, what is the purpose of my life, and what kind of path have I chosen? Is that the right path that I always wanted to be in? So these are the 4 questions that you always need to introspect with you, that where you are heading, is that the right path that you have chosen? So this is what I wanted to convey. And that is that I think you know, the kind of perception that you might be having, it might have changed. So that is something valuable that I actually fed myself like 2 days before, although I didn't define the definition of success in a proper way, because what I actually understood, I told you about that. The perfect definition, I don't know, but it was something like identifying your gifts and working towards them and contributing towards the upliftment of the society. You know what, when you are following what you really always wanted to be, you will be very successful at that. And you know what, when you will be successful, you will be earning a good amount of money, and with that money you can contribute towards the upliftment of society, towards lifting those downtrodden part of the society. So that is something that you need to keep in your mind. Yes, I mean, if you wanted to become an army officer now, just go for it. Yeah, however hard your parent gonna you know you know, they're going to push you down, that no, it is not something that you are supposed to do. You have been a promising student, so it is not something that you should do. And why am I referring this thing? Because it is in my case, like I just don't want to blame my parent, because they were somehow right, because they want each and every parent, they definitely want their student to reach a height of success, and they just want that their you know, their child earn a good amount of money. So I somehow respect their decision. It was not something that I would say that it should not, the kind of mentality they should have. Yeah, every parents, but you should have that power, you should have that you know, resilience within you, that no, this is not the path that I always wanted to be in. There's something that actually, you know, there's something that actually I get intrigued by. So you need to remember this point, that whatever things that actually make you feel like I should follow this path, and this is the path that I always wanted to be, just go for it. Even if it is not worth paying, then just go for it. I know the amount of money that you will get becoming government officer, it's not becoming a government officer, it's not something that through which you can just fulfill each and everything in your life. But happiness is something that can actually you know, I have made this statement by myself. I didn't read it. Money is something that can actually buy you comfort, but happiness is something that comes from within you. Be the best friend of yourself. Try to know what you are true self and what you always wanted to do. So that is something that you need to keep on introspecting about yourself. Keep on introspecting, and once you get the idea that what is actually the best thing in your life, so you will be gifted with such a golden gift in your life, and then there's nothing that you will always wanted to have in your life. Thank you. You will be complacent by then.